Hi, I'm Roberta. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're making hummus, hummus, call it what you will, that wonderful chickpea dip that's found throughout the Middle East and throughout the world these days. Now when I learnt to make it, with canned chickpeas. I like the Cortez brand because they're from the Middle East and they're larger and softer. And I was taught how to make it by my girlfriend's Cypriot grandmother, Nene as we called her. And Nene insisted that we had to sit there and pop those peas out of their skins to get a nice, smooth hummus. When I told Michael I was making hummus from canned chickpeas, he was very unhappy. And he said, no, Roberta, you have to start with dried chickpeas. Beautiful dried chickpeas like we're using for his falafel. And you have to soak them overnight. They swell up, as you can see, quite considerably. And then we're going to drain them and boil them for about 30-45 minutes. It really depends because it depends how fresh they are. It depends on the turnover. So you do want to buy your dried chickpeas from a Middle Eastern grocer that you know has got good turnover. And we're going to add either some bicarb soda or some baking powder. And that helps soften those skins. So we no longer need to pop them out of their skins. If you don't have time and you need to make it in a hurry, very good hummus from canned chickpeas, but I recommend you take the skins off. Today, we're following Michael's inspiration and we're doing it the authentic way. The other thing Michael did say is if you must use canned chickpeas, still boil them for a good 30 minutes. Well, bring them to the boil, turn them down and simmer them for 30 minutes with some bicarb soda. And again, you won't need to pop them. The skins will break down. So let's drain these, get them on the stove and then come back and combine it all. Now, you will occasionally get a bad chickpea. Leave him behind or pick him out at any stage. Into plenty of fresh water. You never cook legumes in the water in which you drain them. In goes our baking powder. And I'm using quite a large saucepan here because when this comes to the boil, whatever the chemical reaction is, that baking powder causes it to foam up quite a bit. So if you've got a smaller saucepan, it's going to go everywhere. Once it comes to the boil, we're going to turn it down, simmer it for about half an hour to start with, taste them, see if they're tender. If they need to go a bit longer, they can go a bit longer. So here we are, another dark one, so we'll get rid of him. As Michael promised, those skins have broken down so nicely that we really don't need to pop them out, which saves us a bit of time. These took about 30 minutes, but it's really going to depend on how dry they are, how fresh they are. So at least 30, could be 45, could even be 60, but I hope not. Into my stick blender jug with my trusty stick blender. I'll start by blitzing it up into a puree. It's already looking deliciously creamy. Now, the essential ingredients for hummus, as I understand it. Olive oil, tahini, lemon juice and salt. The ratio's entirely up to each cook. I like to start with equal quantities of oil, tahini and salt. Remember what Michael has told us about our tahini. We have to keep it turning and not keep it in the fridge because it separates into the sesame paste and the oil. So we'll start with equal quantities, olive oil, tahini and lemon juice, which I've measured out already there. And my favourite ingredient, a good pinch of salt. And let's blitz that. We want to get that as smooth and as white as possible. I want to taste. Look, to me that's perfect, but you could add more lemon juice, more tahini, a little bit more oil if you wanted. It is a bit thicker than I want, so the trick there is a tablespoon or two of just cold water, and it really depends how well you've drained your beans, because they've soaked up a lot of water while they've been boiling as well. So these beans were pretty well drained. You may or may not need that water. The nice thing, however, about even a splash of cold water is it does help it go whiter. I think it emulsifies with the oil and it gives you a much whiter hummus, which I like. Okay, into the bowl. So here we have our beautiful creamy hummus. We call it a beautiful ivory colour. Into the bowl for serving. Now, I don't even know why, but hummus is traditionally spread out quite flat. You see it all the time in the Lebanese restaurants, and I think it makes it easier for dipping. So we'll do that. Spread it around our shallow serving bowl, quite flat. And that's my bit. I'm going to lick later. Good drizzle of olive oil. And I love to finish with a little sprinkle of that Aleppo chili flakes. Not too hot, quite fruity, as much or as little as you like. Enjoy.